Don't ask me to talk.
And welcome to another exciting edition of Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm one of your podcast pals wishing you happy holidays. I'm Eric Reiner.
Hey, happy holidays, Eric Ryder. I'm the other one. I am Santa Stacy. Santa Heller. Stacy Heller. We went through this last episode. That's your H.H. Ryder.
Yes. It's not H.H. Holmes.
Yes, not to be confused. Yeah, it's that time of year, and it is stressing me out. But before we get into that, hello to everyone, whether whatever you celebrate, happy, or merry everything. We appreciate you listening. Maybe you're gift wrapping right now. Maybe you're baking. Maybe you're cursing someone's name. I don't know. It's a volatile time of the year.
It can be.
It has been a little bit for me. There's been a couple really stressful things about this holiday season. This year, we always do, we talked about this last time, a real tree. This time we decided to use our daughter's fake tree. And so I was like, you know what? This year, since we're putting our house up on the market, we're going to have the kids go through all the ornaments that we've collected over the years, because every year Santa has brought them an ornament, and they'll go through them, we'll box them up, they'll take them with, etc., etc. Well, I'll tell you what, that leaves the tree pretty bare. And so I have been on the hunt for red balls. Do you know how hard it is to find red balls? Not too big, not too small, not too shiny, not flocked. Like just a classic red ball.
Ornament.
Yeah. Yes, for the Christmas tree.
I would think that would be fairly easy.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. I mean, granted, it is what day of December?
It's
and
the 16th, yeah.
And so
as we record.
Right. And so I'm a little late to the game. And so I feel like Easter stuff is out right now in the stores, given how picked over everything is. But it is like crazy hard to find just classic ornaments, because we thought, okay, this year Annie wanted to do tinsel and like the icicle type, which I'm like, nope. Like
but you've got cats. You can't do tinsel.
I know. She's done it.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
this is not going to end well.
It's not going to end well. However, my cat never comes downstairs, and if he does, then he heads straight for the door to go out and sit on the porch for a minute, cursing our very names. And her cat, I don't know. But she put it up fairly high, but still. Anyway, so it's a tinseled tree with just a few balls.
I didn't know anybody did tinsel anymore.
Well, you know what, Eric?
That's so retro.
Right? I mean, I will say this. When you take off your glasses because you have an astigmatism and a headache and it's late at night and you look at the tree, it's so glistening and pretty.
Right.
But generally, I'm like, the only reason that I'm willing to do this is because I'm moving anyway, and who cares if there's tinsel all over the place by the end of this holiday season. So, yeah, so that has been a bit of a stress. And then also, every year when we pull out the decorations, I don't know about everyone else, but we put away things to make room for the holiday decor. For instance, I have all these coffee table books that over the years I have collected, famous artists that I really like, or books of photography that I have been given, and then out go all of the kids' holiday books, et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, oh, have I got a book for Eric? So excited. I saw it and I immediately thought of him, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am always thinking of him. I am just the nicest person. I've been holding on to it. Last time when we recorded, I don't think I came in. I didn't. And so I was like, no problem. I put it where I would not be able to forget it. So proud. I came in and I handed it to you, and you're like, that's nice. And I realized when you said, I've never been there. And I'm like, yeah, you have. Yeah. So I gave him a book on Easter Island, confusing it with Stonehenge.
Right. I mean, they're both stone, I guess. But so you can understand why I said that's nice. If I even said that, it was just I was just like, dumbfounded because you're like, it's for you, and I was like, really?
Why?
I had no idea because you were just saying, hey, my dad bought this at one point, and I'm like, okay. I
cool story, bro.
It's a nice book. Thank you. I didn't know the connection to me, but in your mind, because Easter Island has the stone heads, that's close to Stonehenge.
Right?
Stonehenge. But then I had to ask you, so in your mind, is Easter Island part of England?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just that I don't know. I just was sort of like, look, stone stuff. And
right.
like, and look at me. I'm thinking, like, I was just so definitively like, here it is. It's stone things. It reminds me of a bit that John Mulaney did where he is talking about his now ex-wife looking at the Last Supper painting, and she makes some comment, and she's like, or he says in his bit, like, wait a minute, do you think that in the Last Supper they're having turkey? Like, she thinks it's like Thanksgiving or something. And so it makes me laugh. Like, you're like, do you think that Easter Island is in England?
Right.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
So, so you're welcome. Now you have a beautiful book of photography.
Thank you.
You don't actually have to keep. I'll give it to my son.
No, either way, it's a nice book, and I appreciate the thought.
Well, I'm going to find something else to give you that actually makes sense. So anyway, yeah. So that's been an interesting thing, going through stuff and deciding, like, do I want it? Do I not want it? And sort of touching everything and making that decision.
You know, we don't delve into the celebrity goss that much on this show. That's typically not what we're about, but because you brought it up,
yes,
John Mulaney and his ex-wife, I feel like I can pinpoint the moment that I knew that marriage was not going to last.
Tell me.
Did you ever see the Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee episode with John Mulaney?
Yes. Remind me the bit that they're talking about, though.
Well, it's not a bit, but there is a part where Jerry Seinfeld says, I'm going to buy you a rug for your house. And so they go and they pick out a rug, and he takes it home, and his wife says, no. and Seinfeld's like, maybe like you can't find a place that this would look nice. No, I don't like it. Out.
Yeah.
When your comedic hero and you're a comedian gives you
a rug,
a nice gift, you know, a luxury rug or whatever, even if you don't think like, okay, this is going to, be in our living room forever or whatever, you pretend that you love it.
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
And if you're in a relationship with a person whose hero is treating them to a rug, regardless of whether you love it, you say, I love it, thank you. And then, you put it in a closet somewhere and never speak of it again.
Yeah.
But she couldn't even pretend for 20 seconds on TV that she would accept this in her home.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not going to last.
I mean, we could, without them here, I could lay them down on a sofa and psychoanalyze them. Like, clearly, as a man struggling with addictions, he found somebody that was going to rule the roost, a.k.a. not allow this rug come in, and was going to keep things running tight like a ship. Well, a person with addictions, that can only last so long. And it would seem that now in his current relationship, he is being far more himself. And
we don't have to psychoanalyze.
No, we do
the whole thing.
We do, because I love John Mulaney.
It's rare that you can see like
a moment,
the very moment.
Yeah.
that indicates like, okay, this ain't gonna work,
Right?
And it was there on TV for all to see.
Well, and another thing, speaking of John Mulaney, and then I'll stop because I really am a huge fan. So if any of you are wondering what a good holiday gift for me would be, you could buy tickets. I believe he's coming to Seattle in maybe February or something. So yeah, hit me up. Anyway, I digress. Watch My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, David Letterman program with John Mulaney on it. And David Letterman takes him and his father out to lunch, and there's a dynamic. Holy cow. Wow. That's an interesting dynamic. Well, when you have an addict son and, you're a lawyer, it's a little tricky. So anyway, okay. Way off topic.
Yeah.
But so decorating and red balls, that has been my time-consuming stressors this week. What about you?
Well, it reminds me, the red balls reminds me when I was a kid, we had these really nice Christmas ornaments that were red with they were actually just foam balls, but they were made with satin thread around a foam ball.
Okay.
So they were shiny, but they wouldn't break.
Sure.
Which was nice. But when we got cats, that became their favorite toy. And so we'd find these balls half stripped with red string all over the living room for weeks. And then, of course, the tinsel thing, of course, reminds me that occasionally we'd see a little tinsel tail hanging out of Kitty. Because
they ingest it.
They ingest it. Yeah, not good for them.
No, not good at all.
So yeah, tinsel maybe not the best idea if you have kitties.
I mean, it's like a Christmas popper. You just pull the string.
Yes.
Yeah, not really the best choice, but it was a choice. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Well, certainly you've done more than I have. We have not decorated in the least bit this year so far.
Well, I know you normally get your tree laid.
Yes, yeah. So come December 24th, we may be putting that up and getting that decorated. We will see. Okay. I think it actually makes a nice Christmas activity if you, if you decorate your tree on Christmas itself. I feel that's how it used to be done anyway.
Yeah. It's like a preparation for okay, here we go. We're being festive together.
Yeah. It doesn't Santa Claus actually decorate the tree for them in 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I feel like that was a thing where you would decorate on Christmas Day essentially, or Christmas Eve.
Maybe.
So I'm bringing that. I'm a traditionalist.
Oh, look at you. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm bringing that back.
You're bringing lazy back.
That's right.
No, it's not lazy. It's a choice. And I think it's a lovely choice.
But I am enjoying my neighbors.
Are you still talking about those legs?
Well,
you have a fetish.
No, I was going to talk about the other neighbors that they decorate for Halloween. And then when Christmas rolls, and they leave it up, and then when Christmas rolls around, they just put little Santa hats on their skeletons. And they literally have the lit up jack-o'-lanterns with little skeletons sitting next to the lit up jack-o'-lanterns with little Santa hats, Christmas hats on. And I think now that is, if they could just get a turkey skeleton to sit somewhere out there.
I mean, you just need the bones.
That's right. Sure.
That'd be funny.
Well,
here's a chicken leg.
Get a plastic one. With our weather,
well, yes,
that's going to be destroyed. And we've already got enough coyotes running through the neighborhood.
That's true.
So, yeah.
An inflatable.
Well, sure. Like I said, a turkey skeleton, and that would complete the ensemble of all three holidays getting covered with one set of decorations.
Well, I mean, it's clever, and I do know how much you're enjoying that leg lamp.
Well, yes, we talked about it on the show. Part of the reason why, and not just because it's
You cornball.
It's an attractive set of
or is
legs.
it a hornball?
That with the that's a lamp. If you watch Christmas Story, I mean, all the neighbors are gathered round to see his major award, which is the leg lamp. So I'm not the only one that sees the leg lamp and goes, "Wow,
wow, that is something."
But and my neighbors have like a two-legged lamp. But what I couldn't figure out is it seems like it's facing a different direction each time I see it. So I was wondering if they've got it on like a little like turntable or something that spins it.
It's doing bar exercises.
It's never moving. It's never moving, but it's facing a different direction. And then today I saw their cat sitting next to it. And I think the cat is like gradually adjusting it each day so it has a different direction that it's facing.
I thought maybe it was doing like ballet.
Like they might have it on a Lazy Susan or something like that.
Okay.
So Kitty gets up there and, kind of bumps it and it's
they have to like
update
slightly,
it for the day.
Right. There you go. Cats. They're just like us.
They're the most Christmassy pet, I think. Santa Claus.
I will say that my daughter's cat, my grand cat, Wilson, he is a big old orange fluff ball, and he sits at the base of the tree, and he does this weird thing where his back paws come up in between his front paws, and so he looks slightly slumped and drunk, and he just sits under the tree and just looks up at it like a little kid looking at the awe and wonder of Christmas, and it just melts your little heart.
He's a little present under the tree.
He is a little present under the tree. And I'm like, man, I know you once climbed my leg like a tree, but in this moment, I forgive you. Ugh. So,
Very cute.
Yeah. So what else is going on with you?
I got the unfortunate news this week that Gertie may have Cushing's disease, which I had no idea about before this. And it is a surprise because she's still very active and energetic and her normal self. But apparently her adrenals are enlarged. And so that's usually an indication of Cushing's disease. So we're going to get the official test, I guess, that will tell us about it. But yeah, kind of a bummer. But
what does it mean for her?
Well, it means that she's going to be on some expensive medication for a while.
Ooh, okay.
So, yeah, if someone would like to sponsor Gertie.
Yeah, forget my tickets to John Mulaney. You know what? Send in some money. Remember, you can totally email us at asking@don'taskmetotalk.com.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll accept your cash donations.
If you run a canine pharmaceutical company and you would like her to wear a jersey with your logo, we will make that happen.
Yeah.
She is a star on Instagram, so at least every time I put pictures, I get lots of likes. So.
Yes. Oh, Gertie.
Yeah, so it's kind of a bummer, but she's 14 years old now, and I read that dogs with Cushing disease are expected to live between 1 and 5 years. So if she's got another 5 years in her and she lives to be 19, that's pretty good as far as I'm concerned.
That is pretty good.
So, yeah. And, maybe she'll beat the odds and go even longer. That's my Christmas wish.
There you go.
We will see.
Well, she could do what my husband plans to do, and he plans that when he goes, he's going to be frozen, because on the off chance that they find a solution for whatever it is that killed him, like the next day, he's like, you can just defrost. But my hope for him is that ultimately he just dies of old age.
Sure.
Right? And so I'm like, honey, that is understandable, but also like, what? You going to go to Florida, the Fountain of Youth? Like, I don't think that there's a cure for old age.
Good point.
So, he's going to be frozen like Roy Disney. And I think who's the baseball player? Ted
I'm not sure that Roy Disney was frozen.
I thought he was frozen.
I don't think so. There is a rumor that Walt had his head frozen.
Oh, Walt.
Yes.
I meant him. Yeah, him too. Yeah, I'm getting all my Disneys confused. Mickey, Minnie, whatever.
But you know what's funny is my first band, our drummer was named Roy Disney, and he was the grandson of Roy Disney, who was the brother of Walt.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
6 degrees of separation.
That's right. Yeah.
Which means that he was somehow connected to Kevin Bacon.
But I don't think he got any of that Disney money because he had to quit the band because he sold his drums to buy a car.
Oh, that's so gift to the Magi.
Yes. Well, I don't know about that, but
a gift to himself.
Yes. So that band didn't really go anywhere. But it was kind of interesting that, played with a Disney.
So, yeah. So he was Roy's son or grandson?
Grandson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You'd think that, like, they'd be like, hey, we need a band to do music for a soundtrack or something.
I mean, we were pretty rudimentary. This was high school, so.
Okay. All right.
You see all these like YouTube videos these days of like kids that are like 9-year-old virtuosos and stuff. But back then,
it was really a garage
yes,
band.
It was like there was Amadeus, and then everybody else was like, kind of mediocre until, they were in their 20s at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's not as many savants out there as YouTube would have you believe.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know we're due for a break, but let me just ask you, we've had this atmospheric river overhead, and, it was caused major flooding here in Western Washington. I've been very lucky where I live. Not much flood issues. I mean, part of a nice bit of living top of a hill, essentially, and having the sound there is that it absorbs a lot of this rainwater. So I've been unscathed, thankfully, but of course it's been rough seeing all the news of all the flooded areas around here, and then the folks that have unfortunately had to evacuate and stuff. Have you come out unscathed, you and the fam? All right?
We have come out unscathed. Yes, of course, I do get, calls from my mother and my in-laws like, are you okay? But we are okay. There is definitely flooding in the town where we live. We have the Issaquah Creek there. But it's pretty localized, and it happens more often than not. But it's a crazy time with all of the rain. And it shows how much I've really been homebound for the past week or so, because even coming into the studio today, I was like, I don't know what this traffic is about. And it's like, gee, Stacey, maybe because roads are closed, right, yeah. And like people are having to go around, and I'm like living in a bubble. And so, yeah, I hate to say it, but thoughts are with people that are really struggling, and ask for help. Ask for help. Yeah. There are people out there that want to help, can help, are willing to help. But it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And what's crazy is, the people that see a road closed due to water over the roadway and go, I can make it and go around, that does not pay off. So,
really?
Your life is worth more than the 5 minutes that you would potentially say.
Right.
If you've got that James Bond Lotus submarine, then go for it. If you don't have that, then yeah. And I would still love to have it.
That is a little foreshadowing for, by the way, my cultural blind spot.
Yes. And my cultural blind spot that I've been talking about for weeks. So
yeah.
Which we will revisit when we come back from the break. So everybody do stay tuned for more. Don't Ask Me to Talk.
Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I'm one of your podcast pals, along with Eric Ryder from Don't Ask Me to Talk. Are you liking what you're listening to? Awesome. We would love if you would follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Don't Ask Me to Talk. We also are wherever you find your favorite podcast. You can follow us, subscribe, like, rate, whatever it is that you do. You can also email us. That's asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. And if you'd like, text or leave us a voicemail at 475-999-2726. Basically, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening. Ask Me to Talk.
And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk, one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Reiner.
Hey, I'm the other one. I am Stacy Heller. And hey, big news. We have a deer crabby.
What? Months after we've discontinued the segment?
Yes.
Might as well resurrect her.
Well, it's really something that I want to put out to listeners because I know that we hear from you in droves whenever we ask you to give us feedback or help us answer things. You all come out of the woodwork like crazy, and we so appreciate it. And so I am putting it out there. A few people reached out saying, I need gift ideas for my now adult children for the holidays.
Hey, that's a great question.
And it is a great question because, like it gets to a point where when my kids were home, for instance, for Thanksgiving, each of them ended up buying something for themselves on Black Friday. It was like, oh, I got a new TV. Oh, I got a set of headphones. I was like, what do you need Santa for?
Right.
And, good for them. They work hard.
This
they make
is essentially
their own money.
why I've stopped doing gifts altogether. Because but my family, essentially all adults now, except for my niece, but she's super spoiled. So everybody has everything that they could ever want. And when they want something, they go and buy it. So I'm like, what are we even doing? So now we do a charity gift exchange where each of us makes a donation in one of our other family members' names for their favorite charities.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's super nice. Well, we are not that evolved in our family
but
yet.
This is my suggestion.
Yes, it's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good suggestion. And I have other people in my friend group that are like, what do we do? So some of the suggestions that I had was like, okay, who can't use a re-up on whatever underwear or socks they have? Like that's one of those things that you don't really think to get, and kind of like only a mother and father can like get you new undies and it's not totally weird and awkward. Or things like vitamin D or meds. Like meds are expensive, and who doesn't get a cold?
Especially dog meds.
Especially dog meds, which again, if you would like to help Gertie on her mission to wellness and lasting the full end of the prognosis, again, reach out at asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. But anyway, and so things like meds for, like, I'm thinking stocking gifts and things like that. Those are really easy things to do. Obviously, gift cards are great, but be clever about how you do the gift card if you want. Like, if you're wanting to do something that's funny, like, wrap a big box or do something interesting. Or one thing that I'm thinking about doing is, like, again, as we're getting ready to downsize, I'm like, here's a book I don't want anymore about Easter Island. And put a gift card in the book. And it's something that you can like pass on to your kids or, whatever it is. Don't wait until you're like dying to give them things. Like they'll enjoy it now. So that's something else that is fun. And then lastly, experiences. Like I mentioned that like John Mulaney's coming to town. Wherever your kids live, if it's local or if it's far away, consider experiences. Look up if they're into music, like what's somebody who's coming into town or, if whatever it is, they're going to appreciate having a night out on you in months to come.
Yeah. You know what I thought of this year that I thought like, oh, I should have A, given this many times over, and B, should have asked for this many times over, was they have these movie clubs now that you can sign up for your favorite local theater. And so you can get like movie tickets in advance, or like the movie clubs where they give you tickets, but they also give you like discounts on your snacks and stuff. Like, wouldn't it be great to give a gift subscription basically to your favorite local movie theater? And then like somebody could go see a movie every month on you. How much fun would that be?
That's a great idea.
I never get out to I can't say I never get out to the movies. I don't get out to the movies as much as I would like to. If I had like, a movie club or something where it's like, hey, I got to pick a movie this month to go check out. Yeah, that would be so much fun.
Yeah, that would. Right. That's a great idea. It's like the Fruit of the Month Club.
There you go. Except they get to pick what they want to watch.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
The other thing that we did one year for our son, we gifted him, he was newly out of college on his own. We gifted him one of those like, Blue Apron or whatever those things are. And we gifted him a few months of that. And then if he wanted to continue, and, we just did the dinner for two, which meant that it could either be for him 2 nights, or he could have dinner with a roommate or whatever
great idea.
he wanted to do. And he loved doing that.
Yeah.
And, then you don't have to worry about dinner a couple nights a week. Everything is there. And it's like, I don't have to worry. Do I have coriander?
Right.
Yes, you do, because it's been sent.
But also another along these lines, like a gift subscription to like Disney Plus or Netflix or Paramount Plus, all that stuff. I mean, that's stuff that, people that you love may not get for themselves just because they're trying to watch their budget or whatever. But when they have it, so much great entertainment is open to them. So
totally.
Yeah, that's a fun one. And you know what? Along these lines, I know that it was the butt of the joke in Christmas Vacation, but if somebody wanted to sign me up for the Jelly of the Month Club, I would be happy with that.
There you go. I know that there is an Advent calendar that's jams.
Oh, yeah?
That would totally be your jam.
There you go.
There you go. All right, good. Okay. Santa's making note. Okay.
Don't literally sign me up for a Jelly of the Month. I'm more of a preserves guy.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, but I mean, those kinds of things are actually, I don't know, they're kind of fun.
Sure.
Like, it's unexpected. You sort of forget. And then each month you're like, look, I got a new cut of beef. Or, I got a random tea or whatever it is, fill in the blank.
I like it.
Yeah. So those are some ideas for adult children if you're trying to find something. And then I also found for my kids, I cannot help myself but to do something that's like a game. And I know my kids aren't listening, so this won't be a problem. I highly recommend, there's these board games that are like the murder mystery things where you can get some friends together and do a dinner party. I did one that's at a dive bar, one that's like a kind of a historical vibe, one that's like a pasta, passion, and pistols. And so gave them each something that would be interesting to them. And then I also did little miniature games, classic games like Battleship and a Bop It and Clue, just because they're stupid. And everybody needs a little stupid.
Sure.
Well, there's that phrase that like, do you grow up because you stop playing, or do you stop playing because you've grown up? Deep thoughts with Jack Handy.
Speaking of the murder mystery game, Clue, that would be a fun one if you're giving out board games. But that also reminds me of my cultural blind spot this week. Not actually technically a blind spot, but something that a lot of people are talking about, I think, this week, because it just dropped on Netflix, is the new Knives Out movie.
Ooh, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Had you seen
Benoit
the others?
Blanc. I had. I saw Knives Out in the theater when it came out, but it's essentially everything from it had disappeared from my mind.
See, that's how I am with the second one. I need to rewatch the second one. I saw it.
While I was watching the second one, which was Glass Onion,
Yep.
I was thinking to myself, I'm going to have to rewatch this because
There's a lot
of
going
this.
on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and I'm not sure how I even felt about it at the time watching it. There was like funny stuff in it that I was like, oh, this is cleverly observed, but I felt like it needed some distance for me to fully get on board with it.
Right.
And so with the new one that just came out and is on Netflix called Wake Up Dead Man, I decided to go back and watch Knives Out and then watch Glass Onion again. And I think I enjoyed them both more the second viewing here. Because it was like now I've got a feel for the characters and I can start to kind of just more absorb like the plot twists and stuff. And so, it's a fun series.
It is a fun series, and it's fascinating that it has all of the hallmarks of it being like a, Agatha Christie or from a book series, but it's not. The fact that it is truly written for the big screen is kind of rare these days.
Yeah, but you know what I didn't understand? Well, and technically not written for the big screen. The first one, Knives Out, written for the big screen. These last two have been like Netflix exclusives that had like a week run on in theaters, a theater essentially. It was pretty limited. But what I don't understand is why they didn't call them, the follow-ups Benoit Blanc mysteries instead of a Knives Out mystery, because it's got nothing to do with Knives Out. Like the original one, knives play a big role in it.
Yeah, it's weird.
So it's strange that they've branded it that way, but it's kind of like the Kolachak, the Night Stalker.
Right.
But when they made the series, they called it that, even though the Night Stalker from the original movie is not in the series. It was just because people know the name, the Night
they associate.
Stalker. Yeah.
And I mean, Knives Out that first one was such a huge thing that obviously when you hear that, you're like, oh yeah, one of those. Okay, I'll watch that. And so obviously for promotional purposes, it helps. So, okay, so you liked rewatching 1 and 2 because it was a good watch.
Yeah.
How was 3?
Well, 3, I feel like this may be one that a revisit is going to make me like it more.
Okay.
I liked it just fine, but I did feel like this is a little long. It's like 2.5 hours, and, there's lots of stuff going on, and I enjoyed it, but I just felt like if this had been just a little bit tighter, I would have really loved this.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Mila Kunis, who stars as a small-town sheriff in it, I like her. She's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I never believe her as an actor. I never believe the characters that she's portraying. It's just, I don't know. It's just some actors I feel like you get on board with. But some it's hard to like go along with.
Did she have like her Jersey accent where she's like?
She just had her own regular voice.
Well, because sometimes she talks like she's like, "Hey."
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So, but everybody else in it was great. It's got some interesting twists.
Yeah, who else is in it?
Well, of course, Daniel Craig is in it. The guy that starred in it.
By the way, the former James Bond, since that has been your cultural blind spot recently.
Yes.
So worth noting.
Andrew Scott is in it. He's great. He plays a writer. Jeremy Renner is in it. Who, in the previous movie in Glass Onion, a big part of that was the fact that they had Jeremy Renner's hot sauce in it.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny.
It's fun to see that come full circle.
Okay.
Glenn Close is in it. Josh Brolin is in it.
Yep.
Kaylee Spaney, who I was not familiar with, but she's good. Thomas Hayden Church is in it. And it stars Josh O'Connor. And I wasn't familiar with Josh O'Connor.
Is that the guy
before
that
this
hosted
movie.
SNL?
He just hosted SNL, yeah.
Okay.
And I thought he was great as the host on SNL.
Yeah. He was kissing everybody.
Yeah, but I never seen him in a role before that. So it was interesting to go from SNL to this movie and be on board with him. But he was good.
Apparently he was in The Crown.
Okay.
And that's, I don't know, but he made something like Maybe You've Seen Me in The Crown, and based on his ear sticking out, I'm having to guess he was Charles.
Entirely possible.
I'll have to look.
Yeah. Jeffrey Wright is in it. He's always great. Bridget Everett is in it, and she was great. A fantastic cast. I enjoyed it, but just with this is the great thing about it being a streaming movie. You're never like, I want my money back. That wasn't, you're just like, okay, this is a fun 2.5 hours.
Sure.
But yeah, if they had just shaved down just a little, maybe even taken out some of the twists, because it's just like it kind of, for me, if there's multiple twists, sometimes it gets to the point where you're just like, well, I don't really care at this point.
Right.
It takes the impact out of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, I still think it was good. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So I need to watch it.
Yeah, thumb sideways, I guess, or 3/4 up. How about that?
I love it.
Yeah.
Thumb sideways.
And then I'm cut to a year from now when I rewatched it and I loved it.
Right. We'll have to remember that you brought it, that you gave it a meh. And we'll have to see if Mila hears what it is that you had to say.
Right. I'm sorry, Mila.
Hey, she's super cute, very smart.
She's gorgeous and talented, but it just, I don't know. She's just not convincing me anyway of that she is that character in anything she's in. Yeah.
And by the way, I looked it up, and Josh O'Connor did indeed play Charles, Prince of Wales, starting in season 3 of the Netflix historical drama, The Crown.
All right.
I recognized him from his ears. Hey, I mean, whatever. Okay, well, speaking of James Bond.
Yeah, because Daniel Craig stars as Benoit Blanc in all of these Knives Out movies. And he, of course, was the last James Bond. We're waiting to find out who is going to portray the role in the next series of movies. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's any news on that just yet. But I've been I've been watching for the first time all the James Bond movies. And we talked about that quite a bit on this show. And recently I banged out all the Roger Moore ones and the Timothy Dalton ones. And you were like, these sound really fun. I feel like I've got to watch some of these. Mm-hmm. And so my understanding is you actually did that.
I did. So I had to go with the one that every time the title comes up, I sing it. Live and let die. Boom.
Yeah, that's because it's one of the better songs. Yeah.
Right. And so I was like, that's the one I'm going to watch. And also your description of it, hectic, but also so on point. Like, the whole thing was like this crazy, like, Fantasy Island meets Starsky and Hutch meets James Bond. Like, it was all just a lot. And
now, for listeners that might not have caught the episode where I talked about it and may not have seen the movie, this is the one where he's taking on a international drug smuggling ring that is set in a Caribbean island, essentially. Mm-hmm. And they all love voodoo. And the leader of this crime organization also happens to run restaurants in Harlem. And
Filet of Soul.
That's right. That's one of them. And also in New Orleans. And they just apparently take all their staff and operate from one place for a while, then operate in another place for a while. It's weird.
I will tell you, it made me wary of funerals in New Orleans.
Yeah, the opening scene of this movie is strange because there is like a parade.
Yeah,
in,
like a
in New
procession.
Orleans. Yeah. And then like they're like, oh, some guy's like, whose funeral is this? And they're like, yours. Ha, 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 ha. And then the guy gets knocked over, and then they like vacuum him up with like a coffin.
In a casket.
Yeah, they got like a Dyson coffin. And
yep. And then the music changes. The guy who plays the horn goes from like this somber, like, song where everybody's crying and everyone's dabbing their eyes to like when the saints go marching in, right?
Yes.
And they walk by the fillet of soul, like, yeah. And I was like, and it happened twice in the movie. And so I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can go to New Orleans. I might be like, hey, whose funeral? And find myself in the casket. So that was crazy. The tarot card thing was very interesting.
Right. Jane Leaves playing the Solitaire, I believe.
Yeah,
was
Jane
her
Seymour.
Name. Yeah, Jane Seymour.
Yep.
Not Jane Leaves. Different English Jane.
Yes.
Yes. Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
Yes.
Yeah. And one of her early
playing
roles.
The virginal solitaire.
Solitaire, yes.
I loved the comment, like, she's like, well, like my mother and my grandmother have, I guess I'm just like them. And he's like, well, I think you're visual proof. I'm like,
okay.
Because she's like, I've never done this before. And he's like,
oh, right.
Yeah. Right. The whole thing, I was like, okay.
Yeah, apparently she's a virgin.
Right.
Up to this point, because once she gets it on, then she loses her psychic powers for some reason.
Yep.
Yes.
She's distracted.
Right.
Yeah, it was everything. Not first of all. Everything that you said was spot on. And they really kind of are fun to watch. Like, I was like, this is kind of a banger, like in terms of just being silly. Understand that the language and the references and stuff are very dated and could be considered
not as culturally sensitive as one might hope.
Correct. But understand that it was the
1973.
Time.
Yes.
Yes. Also, I would like to have a jacket that in one moment you can wear and it looks like you're wearing something to go kind of paragliding in, and then you land, you take off your ascot, throw it down, and turn your coat inside out, and it's a suit jacket.
Right. Why does he have a reversible outfit for hang gliding?
But I mean, how amazing. Why don't we have more of this?
I feel like that is in there because the stunt guy had one outfit on, and then they realized, oh, shoot, we shot these scenes with him in a different outfit. We need like a quick change scene where he reverses this outfit.
I don't know,
so
man.
that he's in the new outfit.
I think we just need to take a page from it, because I was like, by day, I'm a mechanic. By night, I'm a suave and debonair spy.
Right.
And then you had spoken about sheriff or deputy or whatever his name was, Deputy Sheriff Pepper.
Yes.
And I was like...
Played by Clifton James.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, take out the cotton or the chew or the tobacco or whatever it is.
Right.
He's spewing and yelling into it was so Dukes of Hazzard.
You boy, you picked the wrong parish, come speeding through. And then when he's talking about how his brother has the fastest speed.
Oh my gosh.
In the bayou. Jimmy will get him. He's the best. He's the best. Yeah, it is way over the top.
It is.
But the crazy thing is, they brought him back for the very next movie, The Man with the Golden Gun. Never mind that it's not set anywhere near Nolans. So they had to send him on vacation to Bangkok, which makes no sense whatsoever, because he is like racist in The Man with the Golden Gun too.
Of course.
So why would he agree to go to a country where he's racist towards these people? But yeah, this guy Clifton James, which I just found out born in Spokane, so definitely not from the bayou. Um, but yeah, he did that role, and then they called him back for the Man with the Golden Gun for some reason, and then Superman 3, they cast him in essentially playing the same character.
They're like, you know what? We have never heard a more spot on New Orleans accent as the one that you do.
Yes, your Cajun accent is just so good.
Uh-huh.
And then it's ironic that, James Bond himself, Daniel Craig, ends up doing the Cajun accent.
Benoit Blanc.
For Benoit Blanc.
Everything is full circle.
Movies. Yes.
Exactly.
It's. I feel like it's some kind of an accidentally connected universe.
Right. It's so funny. I'm like, what? So it was everything that you said. The only thing I felt that could have made it better is if I think her name was Mrs. Bell, the student for the flying lesson, if she could have shown up in the chase and like picked him up or something. I'm like, that would have just been a nice, neat bow for me, because she was so like nonplussed by the whole thing.
Yes.
She was just like,
James Bond races around a
little
airport,
mm-hmm.
trying to avoid the criminals, and ends up like destroying like, $1 million for in 1970s money of planes and an airport. Yes.
Right. Yeah. It was. Yeah. So it was everything that you spoke of. And honestly, it's kind of a fun little diversion.
Yeah. Like I said.
So thank you for that. I mean, because I really, as I said, I've only ever maybe seen 2 of them. And one was Octopussy back in the day, seeing it in the movie theater with my brothers because they were like, and
can't believe they're getting away with this.
I can't believe it. And, so that was memorable. Not really, just the name. So it was fun. I was happy to kind of like check this off.
I mean, this is why I've kind of fallen down this hole.
Yes. I mean,
I literally don't think any of these movies are good, but they are fun.
And to your point, so if you are interested in watching them, you can find them on Pluto. Yes, there are ads, but honestly, they're all free. There's a whole channel right now. You can watch them all.
Yes.
Let us know what you think.
Well, since you saw this movie now, I got to get your thoughts on the main guy, the villain, the head of the organization, whose name is escaping me at the moment.
Well, it wasn't Mr. Big. It was, I can't remember what his name is.
I will look it up real quick here.
I loved the moment when he's like giving the speech and they're all changing into their like clothes and they go through the bookshelf elevator into their brown car, and it's like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's Dr. Kananga.
Oh, yes.
Also known as Mr. Big.
Yep.
He, when they shoot the shark gun pellet in his mouth, or he crams it down his mouth.
Yes.
And then he blows up.
Yes.
It literally blows up like a balloon to the point where then he pops.
Right. That could happen, Eric.
Sure.
It could totally happen on like Phineas and Ferb.
Apparently they had to have like 3 or 4 of Kananga balloons standing by because they didn't know they were going to get it on the first, explosion of the Kananga balloon. So that means that there's like some of these balloons that look like Dr. Kananga floating around out there.
I mean,
like, how do we get a hold of one of those?
Right? Yeah, I had sort of remembered what you were talking about. So I was like waiting for the penultimate scene. And I was like, and there it is.
Yes.
Like, that is something. I mean, it really ended with a bang.
Well, it didn't end, though.
Well,
that's where it should have ended.
Yes.
But then there's a whole, like, we're going to get on a train. And then the guy with the claw hand ends up, like, I guess he's, like, smuggled in luggage for some reason. And so then there's a big fight in the train.
They just keep cramming in some more stuff.
Yeah.
Like at the end, because all of these things happened like in a very short period of time.
Absolutely. And they, again, they could have cut it.
Yeah.
Could have cut it a lot shorter.
And to your point that the whole boat chase scene was way too long.
Oh, yeah.
Like, first I'm going to get this boat, and then I'm going to take this boat, and then I'm going to go across the highway, and then I'm going to jump in someone's pool, and then, the brother-in-law's boat, and then I'm going to go around this thing, and then, I need some gas.
And then I'm going to go through a wedding.
Right. And then
destroy a cake.
Right. And then that's when the woman cries.
Yes.
Like, I was like, there were moments that you had talked about, and I was like, oh, there it is. She's crying. Now she's crying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Teehee. That was the name of the guy with the prosthetic arm.
Oh, yes. Teehee. That's right.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, then there's the other henchman, Baron Samedi. And he's that for no reason, he's on the front of the train after they dispose of Teehee. What? Why? They show him die before, but he's back from the dead because of voodoo, I guess.
I mean, that's just a thing.
That's the way the voodoo donut crumbles. Yes.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Oh, who doesn't want a voodoo donut now?
I mean, they've got his likeness on the box of voodoo donuts. If you ever look at a box of voodoo donuts, they've got they've got the character Baron Samedi, or at least a look-alike on there.
Right. Or they're making a wide,
yes. This is a general voodoo guy.
Right. Sure. Anyway, all right. So that was my cultural blind spot, and I have to thank you because it was a very enjoyable watch.
I'm glad you enjoyed. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in the next week if I watch another one of those or if I decide to pivot.
If you want to bond with a Christmas scene, I would say, just for listeners out there, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, I believe, there's Christmas stuff in that. So,
ho, ho.
You can have Bond and the holidays together.
Look at that. It's perfect. All right. Well, with that, we probably only have a little bit of time left. Yes?
Just a few minutes to talk about our top topic for today.
Okay. And it's a deep one.
Water wet? What? Find out when we come back.
Deep as the ocean.
Have you ever considered working with an image consultant or stylist, but were worried about what the experience would be like? If that sounds like you, then Michael Bruce Image Consulting is here to help. They've worked with thousands of people, and many of those individuals have shared their experiences by way of style stories. Go to michaelbruceimageconsulting.com/style stories and check out what their delighted clients have to say about their experiences.
Hey, welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I am one of your podcast co-hosts. I am Stacey Heller. Of course, I am joined by...
Hey, it's me, HH, Eric Ryder. The HH stands for Happy Holidays.
Totally does. So this is the exciting part of the show where we talk about our top topic, the last couple minutes that we dedicate to the show.
That's right. And each week, the Wheel o' Topics selects a topic for us to discuss and debate here on the show. Mm-hmm. And each week, I like to find out what the inspiration for that topic was, because you, Stacey, are the one that comes up with the topics to put on the wheel. So last week it was water wet ? And I'm still scratching my head over that. So tell me what the idea, the core concept, the kernel of inspiration that inspired you to put that on the wheel.
Well, sometimes it is because of conversations that I've had or an article that I've read or something that has prompted it. And sometimes I just go into the handy dandy computer and I'm like, hey, what are some interesting debates to have that are lighthearted and or like hotly debated, like is a hot dog a sandwich kind of thing. And apparently the debate of is water wet is kind of a thing. Who knew? And it ultimately all hinges on definitions, meaning that water makes things wet, right?
Right.
But is it itself wet? So some say no, because wetness needs a dry surface and water is just wet, which apparently that's my answer. So I looked this up a little bit. So here's the arguments for water not being wet.
This is something that I have never considered or given any thought to whatsoever.
Yeah, because you have a life.
Right. But as you say it, I Googled it.
Yeah.
And it is apparently a hot debate.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome for bringing this to your life.
Well, there you go.
And
I am just trying to back you up here, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, okay, so let me give you some background. So the arguments for water not being wet, okay? Now, this is for all my science people out there. So it's the idea of, is water an agent or a state? So water is the substance that causes wetness. Wetness is the condition of something else being covered by water, like a towel or skin or something like that, right? Then there's the whole cohesion versus adhesion, right? So water molecules stick together, which is cohesion, but they also stick to another surface. So there's that. So if it's adhesion, it's supposed to stick to another surface, not just itself. And then the fact that the whole thing about a sponge, like a wet sponge can become dry, but can water become dry, right? So just very simple, like opposites thing. So that's the arguments for it not being wet. The argument for being wet is that molecular interaction, a wetting agent, so therefore it possesses the property that it imparts, and just the definition being that wet is covered or saturated with water or another liquid. So water covers itself. So those are all of the, read them right from the internet explanations. First of all, what I'd like to say is, what? Why are people talking about this? I put this on here because, we have talked about so many different things, like from should people wear uniforms to school to allowances to just sort of silly topics.
And it is interesting that the Wheel selected this during the 2 weeks that we are wetter than we've ever been here in Washington State, with the atmospheric river only taking a 2-day break before it's back in full effect here. And we've had massive flooding because water is indeed wet, and it is filling all the rivers
and breaking up the roads
and destroying everything. Yes,
and levees.
It is a disaster.
Yeah, it is a total disaster. And so it is one of those things where probably people that are into, what would it be? Chemistry? Or
I feel like this is less of a scientific debate and more of a language debate, because water is the thing that makes things wet. Liquid is the things that make things wet. So that liquid, by definition, is wet. And it just seems insane that people have a different take on this, because it is literally the wetness. The liquid itself is the wet.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like asking, is fire hot?
Right. I mean,
Yes, it's hot. Put your hand in and find out. Is water wet? Put your hand in and find out.
well, and it's just fascinating. You're right. Like,
Does a bear do its business in the woods?
well,
Follow one and find out.
yeah. I mean, and that's just it. Like, it really does hinge on the whole, like, definition, right? Like, the whole, and I guess it's the definition of, it's not about is water a liquid, it's about is water wet. So the definition of wet. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think it's one of, like those silly debates
Right.
that like people get into. I mean, these days it's about anything from like religion and politics and mental health and
I
whatever.
get it.
And people just like are like, no, based on this, like wetness needs a dry surface and there's no dry surface with water. And I'm like, I mean, if it dried up, then the bottom of the ocean floor, one could argue, is
Right.
in fact.
So they're saying essentially whatever the container is, whether it's the a glass or the bottom of the ocean, that's what's really wet, not the water covering it.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's insane, but okay, for sake of argument.
Yes. Yes, that is exactly what they're saying. They're
Yes.
not saying that the water is wet. They're saying that the container, for lack of a better
Yeah.
word, is.
And I disagree. I think the water itself is wet because it's covered in water.
Yeah, I mean,
But here's another debate because we've got so much time left, 30 seconds. Why do people hate the word moist?
ugh. I don't know.
Seems like that's a thing where like so many people are like, don't even say it. Moist. Ew. Yeah.
I don't think it's the
But
word.
if you see it on a package of cupcakes or whatever, like, ooh, moist delicious. You're not going, oh no, oh, I can't believe they said moist delicious. You know what I mean?
Yes, and maybe it's sometimes how it's been used,
Uh-huh.
like in reference to certain things. And also there's like a sound with moist that's like just kind of watery and gross. It's wet? I don't know.
It's like the word itself. People seem to have an issue with. Because if somebody says, oh, that's damp, nobody's like, oh, gross, damp. Even though dampness implies more grossness than moistness.
Right. It's like
because
mold.
you never describe a cupcake as being damp unless it's dipped in liquid, right? And if you had a damp cupcake, you'd be like, ew, gross. But if you had a moist cupcake, you'd be like, delicious, right?
So good.
Yeah. So why are people pedantic or horrified by the word moist? I don't know. But that's the debate that I'm pitching for.
Well, we will have to add it to the wheel o topics.
So I think we're both in agreement that water is indeed wet.
I would have to say, ultimately, water is wet.
All right. Prove us wrong.
Yep.
I think we solved it.
I do too. Another topic taken care of.
That's
Check.
right. Let's find out what we're talking about next week. Just in time to inform our holiday dinners, weird food combos?
Oh, okay.
And are they moist food combos?
They're just damp. It's very damp. A damp biscuit with, I don't know what, with something weird. All right. I'll have to come up with some and see what's some weird stuff. Like, what do you like that's weird?
Peanut
butter and banana.
Every time I think like, oh, this is a weird thing, I find out like there's tons of people that do it. Like, I love dipping French fries in a chocolate milkshake. And I thought like, oh, that's weird, but I love it. So I'm doing it. And then I find out, hey, a lot of people like to do that too.
Yeah. And by the way, who's the first person that did that and was like,
It was me. I did it. And I loved it. I've been telling people about it. And now everybody's doing it.
Trademarked.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, that's you. That is definitely the word that I would associate with you.
As long as it's not moist or damp.
But this show is damped.
That's right. All right, everybody. We love you. Thanks so much for listening. Have yourself a wonderful week. Stay dry.
Ho, ho, ho.